Welcome back to the Build the Enterprise-D from Fanhome project. Just got back from a bike ride a little bit ago myself. Had a sandwich. Let's knock out this one. This is box 28. We'll do one of the packs out of here. Let's see. Try to get a sneak peek of what we're going to be dealing with. Got some big packs here. I believe we're going to be on, we're on 107. Yeah, 107. Ooh, we're going to do a little nacelle work. Okay. Let's get the book out. Again, working on a book 28. And, oh, what did I grab? Yeah, 107, okay. So we're going to knock out, looks like we're going to do deck panel first. Then we have a nacelle part. That's kind of how they do it. And I just dropped my glasses. They were upon my head and now they're on the ground. Okay. Let's slice this kit open. Hopefully everyone's doing great out there. We had a intense storm yesterday. Tornado warning. Luckily there was some large hail in town. I got pretty lucky on my side of town. Didn't get any larger than like I'd say a little less than a quarter at my house, but most of it was smaller than that. However, ooh, I'm dropping all kinds of little parts out. I gotta be careful. Make sure I don't drop anything on the ground. However, there's like people were holding up hail from across town on the west side, and some of that stuff was approaching tennis ball size. That's what it looked like to me. So I think they got some damage over there. When I was over there earlier, you could tell a lot of the trees took some damage, like, you know, leaves knocked out and stuff like that. Go ahead and get this part out. I'm pretty sure that's going to be set to the side for now. Yeah, tornado sirens were going off. It was pretty wild. But again, I think we got lucky and no touchdowns in town as far as that goes. Alright. Let's see. Looks like we are going to, this is a plastic panel. It's kind of funny, like a lot of this is die cast or some type of metal. And then you'll have some little pieces are plastic. It's like, okay. This thing is gonna be heavy though when it's done. All these parts are heavy. The wiring is a nightmare. More cables. Make sure I don't lose this little green light. Alright, let's roll out some of these windows. Roll out these clear. I'm just going to go ahead and roll them all out. These are some long ones too. Just save the extras to the side, if there is any. Go ahead and roll out these darks. One of my least favorite things in this build is these little windows. It's just, they're tedious. But we got to get this done. These do have a larger lip on one side, a little harder to see, but larger lip is going to face towards the wider edge of this panel. So we're going to put a clear in. Oh, if I can get these in. Let's get a clear in. Get you down a little bit. Come on down. Too dark. Yeah. Post a little short clip of my new bike. Just a little quick walk around while it was clean from the dealership still and stock, you know, stock exhaust and everything like that. If you guys want to go check that out, that'd be cool. Other than that, just it's my first bike, so just you know, taking it easy around the neighborhood and stuff like that. Learning the bike. Trying to remember what I was taught many years ago in the safety course. And I did the course and then went for a long stretch of time, many years before finally buying a bike. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with it so far. Let's see. Another clear. Yeah, Salty Shell back over there already trying to get me to do burnouts and stuff. Yeah, no, not happening right now. Okay, dark. Let's see, dark. Yeah, there was a lot of debris and stuff on the road too from just kind of flash flooding we did get yesterday. You know, I'm not at a bottom of a hill. I'm kind of more. This whole section of my neighborhood's kind of like sloped, I guess you'd say. I'm kind of in the middle. So most of the water just runs right down the street rapidly. So, but some construction stuff up towards the top of one of the streets, and a lot of dirt and debris from that, you know. I was riding around, just had to take it careful. White, we need a clear window. I'm just, as I'm talking, I'm kind of filibustering and looking over at the instructions, because I'm laying these windows out the way they're saying to do it. So I'm not rerouting any wiring or nothing like that. So I'm trying to do it like they're showing it, and hopefully lighting works out. That one looks a little weird. It wasn't sitting in there good, but let's see, just me trying to mess around. It pops some of these other windows out. Let me try another one in there. I laid in there a little better. Sometimes you might have to deburr some of the sprue areas on these. I pretty much just lay them in. This whole model has a little bit of light leaks to it. I've seen some that have completely been built have a lot of light leaks, so if the lights are dark in the room, it's the nature of this, the way they designed this. There's whole groups out there that mod these kits, and I'm building it as is, kind of to demonstrate how it would be. No mods. And all of its glory and failings, it is going to be what it is. Okay, let's see. Two more dark. Oop, oop, oop. Get in there. Get in your hole. Alright, 4 clear. Getting close. Yeah, I had a Jimmy John's sandwich. Grabbed that on the way back. Brought it home. Got the number 9 spicy Italian, I think it is. That's one of my go-tos. It's been a while since I got one of their sandwiches, actually. Right at just shy of $10, you know. was like 9 something or whatever. Just shy of 10 bucks. I mean, basically a $10 sandwich. I didn't get anything else. It's crazy. Everything's expensive now. Just crazy. Money don't go as far as it used to with food. Alright, that's done. Now I'm going to take these covers. I'm going to use AP screws. So let me get the AP screws already. P for plastic, so we don't have to lube them or nothing. Get those out, spill those out. Move you over a little bit. Where's my screwdriver? I think here it is. I set it over here. If I'd have been paying attention, I probably could have done half of these windows first and then the other half. Now we got to risk it and try not to knock all the windows out. So we're just doing, which direction this goes, like this. We're just doing the top screw hole here. We'll finish securing it in a little bit because we got to feed some cables in there. But at this step, we're putting one up in the top here. I'll try to do this carefully so I don't jostle any other windows out. Just an awful design. They could have had just one window panel to slide in there, you know. It probably would have had less light leaks too, but this is how they did it. I'm snugging that. I don't want to over tighten and strip it out. Alright, this one. Very similar, so we're going to have 2 screws in the top. How does this fit? Fits like that. Alright. So we're just doing the 2 screws in the top at this point. One screw in, snug it up. Load up the second screw. Get an alternate screw. I may need to remagnetize this bit. Not really holding good. Either these screw heads are not great. See if I can get it in there with my sausage fingers. There we go. We are adapting and overcoming. Okay. I'm going to grip this, try to carefully make sure all my windows are in place. They are. I want to be careful because, again, not secured at the bottom yet. Oh, this chair, man. Squeaky chair. Uncomfortable, everything like that. We're going to come over to the saucer. Let's see, we got to identify one unassigned deck panel light bulb. Fit in step 105. Unsplit its cables, thread it through. What a nightmare. I gotta figure out what they're talking about here. Then we gotta plug another light in. Oh my gosh. What the heck are they talking about? I have no clue. No clue what they're talking about. Give me just a sec. I'll figure this out. Hate this wiring for the lighting. It's garbage. So we do have 2 different cables here. One of them only has 1 bulb. One of them has 2. And here's an extra. Alright, so there's a cable down in here, and just the easiest way I found it, because I had forgotten about it, was turn the old lights on. And I saw one kind of buried in there. That's The extra light they're talking about, I've got to get it routed up under through here. Let me save this battery. Hopefully that's that. Yeah, it should be fine. That's it. I gotta route it. Gotta pull it out and route it. Gosh, what a nightmare. What a dang nightmare this wiring is. Okay, it's gotta... Where's my tweezers at? Oh, come on. There we go. Ah. It's so dumb. So dumb. Like, glad I found that. And it's got to... I think it's got to get routed all the way to this. All the way down there. So I need to dip it under there. Dip it under there. I can't get my fingers in any of these places. Let me try to get the tweezers out again. So, like I've said before, the game of operation, if you played that as a kid, that's going to help you with this build tremendously. Now, do I want to be on the underside of this, or do I want to be... Where do I want to be with this? I don't know if it matters. I think I might want to be on that side of this wiring. Let me pull this back. Get this over here. So I want to make sure this panel is going to lay down as flat as possible, because that's always an issue. Okay, I think we're okay there. Get you up close to that, sorta. See that spaghetti mess? So we just routed this through. This one's going to be connected in a bit to another part. Now we got to take our two cables that came in this pack, plug them into the power control board, then route them up. Maybe I'll route them through first. I don't know which should be easier. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. I'm just going to grab the one with two bulbs first. And it looks like it's basically getting routed very similar to this other yellow-black that we already had in place. So I'm going to try to trace back through here. Get my tweezers out. If I can't grab it. Get it to the connection area. And it's going to connect right there. Oh, come on. We're hung up on some other wiring. Arrgh. There we go. There we go. All right. I think I'll connect underneath that one. Okay, that one is in. Let me just make sure it's seated. Okay. Route this one very same way. I don't even know if you've seen any of that. I wasn't even looking at the display, but actually I may do it. This one's a single bulb, so maybe I'll route this a little easier this way. Maybe not. Yeah, got that one routed. Need to connect it right behind the other one we just connected. So much wiring in the way. Can't even hardly see in there. There we go. That was a nice positive connection sound and feel. I like it when it's like that. And let's just test these real quick. Make sure these... Alright, all these lights are working that I just connected in. That is a good sign. Okay. So crazy. Let's see. The single one we fed through. I'll tuck it back here for now. Let's go on in the back of this panel. So we're going to be dealing with which one is this? Don't understand. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Routing wise, we almost made a mistake. So the single one that we routed actually needs to come up through this hole, not that one. So it'll kind of parallel this side. So let me get that pulled back. Yeah, okay. Keep that. And these three up front here are going to go into... Where's our deck panel that we just put together? Deck panel we just put together. We got 3 slots. So it's going to go like this. Then we connect this other panel to it. Somehow, I think like that. Put more cables in. Rotate it into place. I really hate this design. I do not like it, but it is what it is. Alright. So, yeah, and their coloring on the chart is throwing me off. The coloring on the chart does not match these cables, because I actually have 2 black yellows, and they're thinking I have 2 purples, which I don't. But I have the right amount of cables, so I'm just going to proceed as it were. This one here, this one yellow, it's got to come, take one of these yellow blacks, it's got to come underneath this rib right here. Guys, cables are in my way. Stupid ass design. And it's going to go I gotta be careful I don't dump these windows out too. That's the other problem with this design. That's gonna go, oh man, look how loose that is. That's gonna go in there. Let me get 2 of our AP screws to screw that into place. And we'll make sure none of our windows fell out of socket. Make sure that's in good enough. Yep. Get the other one in, another screw in, and I'll make sure they're snugged down better. Very awkward. I don't remember. The other side was probably just as difficult. Dangling. It's dangling, John Solar. Come on. How dumb is this design? Alright, stop complaining. It'll be cool once I lost that screw into the ship. I was about to say it's going to be cool when it's done. Yeah. Let's just get there first. Let's just get there first. Go ahead and get that fudge! Where'd the screw go? Lost the screw inside the ship somewhere. I think I see it. Don't want that rattling around in there. Can I not get this started? I need it to just set in this hole and not fall out. Damn it. Just won't set in there, and it's not holding on, my bit's not holding the screw. Come on, start. Alright, caught a thread. Alright, now let's see if I can get a little better pressure on it. Thread it down. Hear that crack? Over tighten it. Snugged. Hope not. Alright, now I gotta do this side. So if I got 2, come on, 2 bulbs to fit in. That one and one on this side. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Now 2 more AP screws. Try to hold these last 2 bulbs in place. Oh man, can you even see this? I can't see the screen. Nope. Damn it. It's a nightmare. I don't remember the other side being this tedious and frustrating, but I'm sure it was. It's been a hot minute on that side. I'm sure it was. Could probably re-roll the footage and don't tell how many F-bombs I had to cut out of that one. A lot of them slipped through. I'm trying to keep these videos a little more PC, but this build gets me heated at times. The cars are, I like the cars. Like I'm doing the GT500. I got the last 2 boxes. Aside from those extra parts that they may send at the end for a lift or whatever. The cars I like doing better. This design, made by Eaglemoss originally, is insane. This wiring is insane. Okay. Let me double check these windows. Good. Somehow, by some miracle, all the windows are in place. They look good. Let me swap places with you. Hey, there you are. Alright, now, a little more tricky-dicky here. We have to put this like this. Oh yeah, this is the crappy part. Okay. Okay. Good thing is, once we're done with this, I think we've gotten most of the hard panels out of the way. I don't want to jinx myself getting this thing to fit down, but I've got to get these two bulbs, a bulb there and a bulb there, so they just get kind of fitted in and held in place with nothing at this point. And then I gotta flip this over while feeding all the cabling down, making sure nothing is getting crushy mushied. Gotta bend these kind of 90 those down. Those wiring leads on what's the bottom of the panel now. Okay. Gotta keep those in place on the back side, and there's some ears that are gonna have to line up on this side. How does this go? Like that. Like that. Come on. What's catching? What's in the way? I think there was something in the way last time too. I don't remember what. Oh, I gotta get this. I gotta feed this wire underneath. This wire was in the way too. Ah, my bulb just came out. Mother effer! Both of them came out. What can we do? Should we try to use a tape? Yeah, maybe. Don't get it. Okay. Try to get these slotted in again. Do I try to put some tape on there? Maybe that'll help. Let me try. May not work, but let's try. Sometimes you put tape in the wrong spot and it kind of binds up where these panels are at. Oh, come on. Damn it. Cut some tape here. Let's see if I can do this in a manner that will hold the cable in and not get in the way of anything else. Need to hold for a little bit. Okay. Alright, let's try to feed all this hot mess through. Okay. Come on. What is... Jeez. I think I had this problem last time. I don't remember how I got it to smesh in other than just fighting with it for a while. Alright, none of that seemed to work. This piece was actually on upside down. I flipped it over because there was a little black overhang. So I had that like spun around. So took the black part off, flipped it. So that's in place. I thought maybe that's it, but actually no, it's still like one of these situations where you just got to wedge it in there and I guess just force it down. And maybe that wasn't enough, but look how much tension is on that before you can get it down. So I don't know. Maybe that was the last bit that was holding it back. So let me try to get this back in place here. Make sure our bulbs are still in. Let's try this again. Make sure all the cabling is being fed down. Damn it. Ugh. It's just a terrible ass design. This cable is trying to hang up. Just make sure none of your cable's getting pinched as you go in. I'm going to try starting these ears on this side first, and make sure none of my another cable trying to get in the way. See that? I don't know if you can see it, but this cable needs to be feeding its way, and it's not. There we go. Get that down in a happy home. I think push that cable up. Okay, is that gonna be okay? Nope, that cable needs to be pushed up. Come on, cables. There we go. Okay, that is in. As good as it's gonna be. Okay. Now, what am I supposed to be using here? Before I actually secure it down, let's make sure I didn't crush any of the cables. Of course, at this point, I guess it again would be what it is. Nope, we still got lights. I don't know if you can see that, but dead on, you can see all the lights are working. Okay. 3 FMs. Oh, damn it. I want it to stay down. It's got to stay down in place. I don't want it to keep popping up because I don't want any of these cables potentially wind up in a spot they'll get crushed. So I should have had these FMs ready, but I didn't. Now I gotta do it one-handed over here. FM, M for metal, which means we're gonna get our 3-in-1 oil, which I already have loaded up into this tray. I'm gonna load one on the screwdriver and dip the tip in the 3-in-1 oil lubricant. Damn, at least that fell in the tray. What a damn nightmare. Get a screw loaded up, try this again. That fell into the saucer. Okay. This screwdriver is not magnetically charged anymore. So I'm just going to let that fly up, dip the tip in the oil, push this damn thing back down into place again. I just hope I didn't crush any cables. I'll try to get one of these started. That's not even like in the right spot, I guess. It's not starting. Nothing's happening. F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb. Put y'all over there. Shoot. Why is it not lining up? Oh, come on. Damn. Okay, well. It's like way off, like not even close to being in the right spot. It's like too low for some reason. Be real helpful if the screwdriver had not lost its magnetism right now when I need it the most. Screw dipped in the oil. Come on, get in there. Oh, I think I might have got that one started. Oh, yeah. That one's popped into place. Do a little CPR on it. Get those panels to line up better. Give me another screw. Dipped in oil. Try to get this bottom one. The only problem is, bottom one's a plastic panel, but if I can at least get it going, it'll help me maybe with the alignment. Okay. A lot of banging on here. Lights are still working. Now I need a third screw in there. Number 3. Dip it in the oil. See if I can get this one. It looks like it might be lined up a little better. Yeah, I think so. What a crazy situation. Very bad design as far as this panel goes, and that's lined up not great. It's got a little bit of a, I guess it's very similar to the other side actually. I think I did have that same problem on the other side. That's as good as that gets, but it's okay. It's kind of on the underside. All these lights are lighting. This kit took me way longer. I want to be done with this. I can move on to doing different types of vids. This thing has consumed my channel. Alright, they want us to, just kind of like to insult us, I guess. So we got the nacelle, right? And we have that little running light. They want us just to set it in there, and it is kind of pie shaped. There's a keyway, not pie shaped, but it has a round and a flat side. Just let that sit in there, and that finishes that step. So I'm going to set this up here where I don't lose it. This pack is done. That's the thumbnail. Boom.